like this. It's got a little
We ain't
pocket
got
over here
no
on the side.
sun. No.
I could stick my rod in there, and when the wind blows, it jigs it for me.
Yeah, that's the auto jigging system on the new fish houses. Yep. My otter has that too.
I could stick my rod in there, and when the wind
Yep.
blows,
Now we got sound, guys.
So, Dave, is that a big old fuck you to Corey? Look at I'm out ice fishing.
This could be you on Saturday morning, Corey.
I don't like that. All right.
Actually, no, that wouldn't be me Saturday morning, Dave, because we'll be in. If I go, it'll be big sleeper houses.
Audio good, testies. Check.
Audio's good. Audio's good.
All right, Var, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Y'all want to let me know if this music comes through, or here we're gonna just drop it in.
One God we must be counted to the united and one. In this land we are discounted. Got to end our division amongst men now. So many have been replaced
Facebook 10.
with the power money brings pain. No. There's no reason to be anxious. Got to stand up and rise again now. All over the world, people are changing. Changing, my God, for the better. All over the world, people are changing.
Sign is
Changing
upside down.
for the better.
Go up sideways. There you go. Where you at, Vardy? Vari?
Oh,
Who
it's
you
in my
with?
turn? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Shit. Oh, man. Yeah. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this awesome Thursday edition of the Morning Wake and Bake Crew Live. Today is Thursday, December 31st, New Year's Eve. We are on the precipice of a brand new year, hopefully full of blessings and great things. Leave 2020 in the past is what I'm hoping for, but I'm always super optimistic. Um, Today's show is brought to you by the Chosen Family, which is all of us that you see on the screen here. Not here, here. I'm just gonna point here, 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 and here. Pretty sure I got everybody. Today's show is also brought to you by our community, Minnesota Marijuana. If you are not a member of our community, go ahead and click the link that I'm gonna drop in the comments in a few moments. If for some reason you cannot access that link, go ahead and shoot one of us a message like clickety click click. I can't access the link, and we will shoot you a message back with the link. We only got two requirements for you to gain access to the group. The first is that you are a Minnesota resident. The second is that you answer both questions to be admitted. Super easy questions, but if for some reason you are unable to, unwilling, or are not a Minnesota resident, you can still hang with us, follow us on Facebook by clicking on the Wake and Bake Facebook page, LinkedIn thing there, and clicking like, follow, and something else. Click another thing, share. That's what it was. Smash that share button, and then also on YouTube, you can hop over to our Wake and Bake Crew live YouTube page and click that subscribe button and that little bell, which will give you notifications every time we go live. Today's show is also brought to you by our organization, Minnesota Normal. If you would like to find out more information about our organization and how we are going to end cannabis here in Minnesota, because we sure will, or how you can help, you can simply visit us at www.minnormal.org. Nope, just minnormal.org. That's MINNNORML.org. We got a bunch of information about our organization on there. I encourage you to read through all of it. Once you've done your research, if you still feel like you would like to help us out in our cause and prohibition here in Minnesota, we would love to have you, and we have a level for every fellow. Wherever you fit in, you can get in. The first being, we have a dues paying member. You can become that for as little as $4.20 a month.
Cha-ching!
And what that does, what does it mean to become a dues paying member? Well, what you're doing is you are helping us put on the events that we put on, do the organizing that we do throughout the year, all the educating that we do, things like last year we did like the Smoke the Vote, all the different things we did around the state, all that stuff comes from help from our dues paying members. As well, you also have the ability to check out our members meeting every month and get your voice heard if you'd like. And you can actually like step into roles in the organization, and it is very easy, starting at just becoming a dues paying member and just kind of working your way in, easing your way in. For those of you guys who are ready to jump in head first or toes first, whatever, but just like jump in, you can download our empowerment app. We will be using that app to send out messages and updates and meeting updates and notification and event updates and notifications and actionable items to all of our members, followers, and our volunteers to let them know and keep them up to date on what we're doing, the progress, and how they can help. After you download that empowerment app, if you would like to take it a step further and become a volunteer, you can shoot any of the Minnesota Normal chapter pages a message and say, hey, I've downloaded the Empower app, but that's not enough. I want to do more. And we will get you linked in with the organizing that we're doing and the chapter leader in your area so you guys can link up and start kicking ass where you live. All right. Well, we got an awesome show for you guys today. Our first story is about Killer Mike. He's actually challenging Joe Biden to adopt Bernie Sanders' marijuana legalization plan. He's like, hey, bro, look at Bernie's plan. Much better. Following that, we have a story on a congressional package that repeals the ban on student aid to those with past drug convictions. For those of you guys who have filled out any sort of application for student aid for college or anything, you've seen that question. Have you had any drug convictions since 1998? And it is a disqualifier, but it's awesome now that they're opening up education to those who have maybe made mistakes in the past or who have been convicted for shit they shouldn't have been convicted of. But we'll get more into that in a minute. After that, we got some local stuff we'll be talking about. We got some stuff next month, which is tomorrow, is officially next month. So it's really soon here. So stay tuned for details on that. We also have a local artist today, local artist. We have local music from a local artist, Jinjitsu with Kung Frog, featuring Kung Frog.
King Frog.
King
at
Frog.
Valley.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, King Frog, Kung Frog. I don't know where that U came from. It's King Frog. So yeah, we'll be showcasing their track a little bit later as well. We also have in store for you guys the always amazing, magical knowledge bomb coming from Dandy Mandy with the Mara cannabis fact of the day. We also have our strain of the day by Corey the Kid, bringing that heat as always every single day. And lastly, we always come in with that Word of the day, well, you get an opportunity to get your name on the wheel of names. Got to get a wheel to get your name on the wheel of names, which will give you an opportunity to win this week's badass prize, which we will show you later in the show. So stay tuned. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and toss this magical digital joint over to my man Dave with the first story. There you go, bud. All right.
I got it. All right. So
Gonna have a lot to be doing on that.
let me put that down. Coming to you from location here. So, rapper and activist Killer Mike is challenging President-elect Joe Biden to take a note from Senator Bernie Sanders and use executive authority to broadly reform federal marijuana laws as soon as he takes office. In an interview with TMZ that was released on Wednesday, the artist stressed the need to legalize cannabis and do it in a way that lifts up communities that have been disproportionately impacted by the war on drugs. He said Biden could help facilitate that by federally descheduling marijuana through executive action on day one, a proposal Sanders pitched during his presidential run. I want to challenge Joe Biden to do what Bernie Sanders did, Killer Mike, who served as a campaign surrogate for the senator, said. He would have to deschedule it the first day of his presidency. You have the power of that pen to invoke things like gun laws. You should have the power of that pen to take it off the Schedule 1 list so that, if nothing else, it is decriminalized to the point that kids' lives aren't being ruined today. But Biden has not indicated that marijuana reform will be an immediate priority for his administration. In fact, he remains opposed to adult use legalization, despite supermajority supporting within the party. So we'll post the rest of this in the chat. I don't know, what do you guys think about this? I don't know if we can play that video or not. There is a video attached to this, so you can check that out if we can.
All right. Yeah, I think over the last few years, I have seen Big Mike really step up as an advocate for issues that have been in the past just like brushed under the rug. And the way that one thing that I really like about him is that he does his research and he does it beyond the point that the average person does. And then he compiles all that information and then brings it and presents it in a way that, the average person can grasp, like the depths of whatever it may be. And so I think it's awesome that he is again speaking up for cannabis now, saying, "Hey, Biden, look, bro, let's keep it real. Like we need to get this shit moving, and you have the power. Let's get it done. Let's put your money where your mouth is," which I think is awesome. I think the more that we have people with power, whether that be power within government or the power of that comes with fame, stepping up and speaking out for real issues beyond what they may be known for as like a music artist or an actor or whatever it may be. I think that's really powerful, and I really appreciate that in a huge way.
Killer Mike also has a program starting to pay people to grow weed in their homes. I just put in an application for it. Also, he's trying to do big things in the cannabis industry.
Well, you'll definitely have to be in one of those legal states to do that. Sign up, we hear you, but you're muted. I mean, you're muted, but we see your lips moving.
Am I muted?
Oh, we can hear you now.
No, you're good.
Wow. Was you just talking?
Greenwood, don't forget about the black bank that they're trying to start. Killer Mike's just everywhere. He's so dope.
Yeah, he is. He do have a Greenwood bank for
Right.
the culture.
But Killer Mike's always been on it like that, man. Even with his music, it's been real, impactful. His message has always been solid. I follow him more for his music. I haven't followed so much of his business stuff, but I have actually followed his community involvement and stuff like that as well. But
Yeah,
Killer
he
Mike
has
is
his own
definitely.
line, his own strain too.
Oh, does he? What's it called?
Yeah, he talked a
Yeah.
little bit about it on the video.
Ah, okay, right,
Yeah, and
right.
his grow boxes are called Citizens Grow Box.
Hmm. Yeah, that's dope. Man. We got to get legal here. Man, we got to get legal here.
He's
Hey,
spending a
Var,
lot of money to try to. He's spending a lot of money right now in Georgia to get out the vote. He talked
right.
about that yesterday too.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Well, with
actually
that,
jumped on the. Yep, smoke
I
it.
think we'll smoke it and pass this on to Barry.
Back to you, Vari. Uh, oh, you're muted. Oh, everybody, man.
No,
Am I tripping? Oh,
no,
okay, we're good. I
yeah, we're
don't
good.
know. I don't be hearing people. Maybe I thought I was tripping for a second.
No, you were not tripping. I was indeed muted. Shit. All right.
It's
Well,
been too much.
yeah. All right, dope. Well, I got this story for you guys here. It is oh shit. It is from Normal. The story is on the congressional package that repeals the ban on student aid to those with past drug convictions, which is really cool. So it starts, the language in the appropriation package approved by Congress on Monday includes provisions repealing the longstanding federal ban on providing student aid eligibility to those with certain drug convictions. As first reported by Marijuana Moment, provisions in the nearly 6,000-page package amend a 1998 federal law that mandates those applying for student aid to disclose if they have ever had a drug-related conviction and barred hundreds of thousands of applicants from receiving funding. A new law strikes the subsection of the Higher Education Act that established the drug-related eligibility standard. Rachel Wisner, co-interim director of the Students for Sensible Drug Policy, told Marijuana Moment, over the last 2 decades, we have been fighting alongside other drug policy reform and education organizations to scale back the penalty. Now that the penalty has been fully repealed, SSDP looks forward to the opportunity to work with Congress and new administration on broader drug policy reform that ensures that those who have been harmed most by the war on drugs are not left behind. We celebrate that Congress has finally accepted that drug conviction does not mean that someone should be denied access to their higher education. The new law also restores the eligibility of those incarcerated to apply for student aid, Pell Grants. Those in prison have been ineligible to receive Pell Grants since the passage of the expansive 1994 crime bill. Goes on to say, commenting on the reforms, Representative Robert C. Scott, Democrat from Virginia, or yeah, I think that's Virginia. Yep. Chairman of the House Education Committee said Congress has a responsibility to expand access to quality higher education, which remains the surest path to the middle class. While this is not the comprehensive overhaul of the Higher Education Act, there's still work to be done. The proposal will help millions of students. And I think this is really, really huge. Just in the story, they said that it had stopped hundreds of thousands of students from being able to get funding for college. What it didn't say is that a large portion of those students were people of color and minorities. And it's how, like, the whole war on drugs and everything, it's all tied together. Like, all these little things, like, they're all tied together. You get a weed charge and then you can no longer get a higher education for college. So, we're taught that college is the way to, get your higher education, you get a really good job, you grow your family, and so on and so forth. Once that no longer is an option to you, what are you left with? You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like we see a lot of people who are like, well, shit, you know, I guess I'm just gonna go to hustling, or I'm just gonna go to, you know, do this, or I'm just gonna settle for the Burger King job and, you know, live in poverty my life, whatever. And so I think this is really huge and a really huge step forward for our nation as a whole.
Dope.
I'm guessing.
I agree, Vari, man. There's definitely a large impact, because it seems like, you know, even if you work hard to get through school, to get through college and high school, for a lot of people of color, you know, a lot of us don't make it all the way there, you know. And for those that do make it there, if you know, get a weed charge or some type of drug charge, you know, it's going to prevent you from going any further. Like, you can't go to community college unless you could pay. I mean, even community college, unless you can pay for it yourself, right?
Hmm.
So, you know, it's crazy. You know, yeah, it's definitely something that, you know, can impact a lot of people's lives. And then that kind of goes into the social, racial, and economical justice aspects. I did have something I wanted to discuss, but I'll wait till it's time for us to talk about it. With that, I'll just dive right into the local news. So we've got an event going on January 16th. We're inviting all of you guys to come out and support MN Normal. We're going to be doing some community organizing work. So we're going to be training volunteers on how to speak with their legislators. I think the event is called You Voted and What's Next. So if you want to kind of help keep pushing this effort to legalize marijuana in Minnesota, join us at our members meeting. You can find that event on MN Normal. I tried to add the other pages. Facebook is acting kind of funny, but go to MN Normal on Facebook and you'll be able to find that event. You can join it. We'll be on a Zoom conference similar to this, but not with all the extra stuff. And we'll be trying to organize more for 2021. We'll give you guys more details on what we're going to be doing for the upcoming legislative session, which also starts in January. So we need everybody on board. So if you haven't seen that event, if you've seen that event but you didn't share it, please click going and share so that more people can see and get the message and kind of get on board. And you can also download the Empowerment app. I think Vari drops that link every day. I think that's all I got for upcoming stuff. So I'm going to pass it off to, who is it, Dandy, Mandy, or Corey with the facts? What up, Corey?
I'm the fact. He's the string.
Oh.
And that's a fact.
Hey, and that's a fact.
That is a fact. Go, Corey.
Did it get big for you?
Yep. Pow.
All right. Today's strain of the day is Shishka Berry. It's 18 to 24% THC. It's an 80-20 indica dominant. It's a cross between Afghani and DJ Short Blueberry. I have never heard of that either. Common effects are happy, relaxing, euphoric, and creative. Common uses are for pain, depression, insomnia, nausea, PMS, PTSD, and stress. Your terp flavor today is the berry, grape, creamy, sweet, and piney. So kind of interesting. Your grow tip today is it's an easy plant to grow. It flowers in about 8 to 9 weeks, and you get 16 to 20 ounces per square meter. And that looks like some really dense buds. And that's what I got for y'all. Pass that one to Dandy Mandy.
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. I'm pulling up Dandy's thingamabob.
Bry's pulling up my facts.
Here.
Yo.
I'll pull her name up while you get that ready. Hey, we really got to put these in order, man. I'm like, hold on, which one is it? Scroll back up.
Whoops.
All right, here we go. Blow and sure. Oh shit! I need co-host again.
Yeah, I'm not co-host either.
All right, I think this is the one. I don't think we did this one, the honey one, right?
Nope, we didn't do the honey one.
Okay, perfect.
So, fact for today, use honey to seal a blunt.
A little bit of honey will act as a glue for a blunt or joint, and it will also make it burn more slowly and evenly. So I attempted this, and it was a hot mess.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
hot mess. I did not.
When
lose
did
any-
you attempt that?
I attempted it last night.
You gotta try it. We used
Shaking
to
Because
my
I
head at
listened to the
you.
show to see what fat got done to make sure I
Yeah,
had
we-
tried the fact for
you don't
today.
need that much honey.
It's a process,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was gonna
It's
say.
like,
You don't need a lot of honey. We used to do that back in the day with the blunts.
yep.
We used
Well,
to use honey sticks and stuff, and yup had different flavor honeys to use. Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, you gotta use
Infused
the very,
honey. We I use was just infused telling my 26 wife now. I did.
very
You
little
know how
bit.
people do the keef rolled blunts and shit nowadays? I did that when I was a kid. I did a fucking
Yep.
blunt with honey on it and wrapped it in keef.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you put
Oh
too
man.
much, it's gonna burn real messed up. It's gonna
Sorry, I
burn
tried
quickly.
it.
Why
The
didn't you
inside's gonna
I
burn and the
attempted it.
outside's gonna be there.
You were supposed to
Yeah.
consult with me.
You were
Yeah,
in
you
pain,
just
and I
use
did
like
not
a
want to bother
little
you
bit.
with my Rose mess.
You weak.
It would have gave me something to laugh at.
Right. Well, I guess we got time for a bake break with Chameleon and Alicia George, the producer. Chameleon, where the bake break at? You here?
Yeah, Camille, you supposed to scream bake break.
I think she's packaging up some Scentsy products right now. So you guys go check out her page. She sells hella Scentsy. She's like the Scentsy queen. But Leash, who we got today?
Okay, we got Jinjitsu featuring King Frog.
King
And
Frog.
he's yeah, they're I'll tell you who they are, you guys, later.
You got that for us, Vari?
I sure do. Bringing up that track. All right, let's see. Groove music. I think this is the way I gotta do it. Let me know if it's not loud enough.
Get it, bitch, get
Let me turn it up.
That's good. Right there.
it, bitch, get it, down, bitch, get it, bitch, get it, swear, bitch, get it, bitch, get it, bitch, get it, bitch, get it, bitch, get it. She came with her crew for my nigga. She brought some Douce and some swishers. She start moving her body and start to get hot. I can tell that she full of that liquor. Only hang with boss bitches and strippers. If she throwing it good, we gon' tip her. I be elevated, party escalated, the steam to start to get litty. Got white bitches showing they titties. No joker, need hundreds and fifties. She twerking so hard, I see kitty. I looked over and that bitch was getting it. I'm too turned cause I'm with my niggas. Got bitches twerking in the kitchen. The bitch too legit, I seen her on the split, man, she know how to get it. Bitch, 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 get it.
All right, well,
Bitch, get it.
see, we get them a little bit longer. We would love to have them on the show. Shit, how we do that? How we get them on?
We're gonna get them on. Okay, you guys, we're gonna have them on. They just did track together. King Frog's been doing music for a while now, and Jiu-Jitsu, you can find him on SoundCloud as Young Fat.
Okay, tight. Well,
It is way too early for me to be feeling ratchet like that.
Okay, you guys, and also those are
stripper club music.
Man, I had to stop myself. I'm about to get up. Like, no, we ain't doing that today. Sit down.
Hey, Signer.
Okay.
Hey, Signer, those State Voices meetings used to be going down. Hey, when we did phone banking in 2019, we was in there getting it in the room too, man, in the phone bank room. I got video footage. Signer had the shirt like, hey, man, hold on, man. Let me get back to the show.
You
Hold on, where
guys,
we at?
those are my younger sons. Those are my artists that I have in Minnesota.
Dope.
that's what's up. 2,
see here. So let's talk about it. So is this the discussion portion? Um, so yeah, I got invited by one of my friends who was actually the chair for Normal for a while in the beginning when I first started doing this work, and she invited me to an event last night from Colorado, and they're talking about social equity in Colorado. Even though they legalized it and stuff in like 2014, they're still trying to find ways to add that aspect to the legalization in that state. Some of the things that they went over were creating social equity businesses the opportunity to first start doing deliveries. I know we're working on a lot of that in Minnesota, and I'd like to get a little more input on what you guys think. But I think if we start reaching out to some of these legal states that are working on some of these same social equity aspects, that we can adopt some of that stuff and try to push that in legalization this year in Minnesota. I know Ryan Winkler's got a bill, and it has some social equity aspects to it, but we need to go a little deeper in there and try to make sure we create opportunities for people who have been disproportionately impacted by cannabis prohibition. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that. Another issue that they discussed on there is people having with felonies being able to be involved in the industry. They also talked about hospitality and delivery services. You guys think this is something that we should look for in Minnesota, or maybe talk to Ryan Winkler about adding adjustments to his bill to kind of address some of these issues? Since it seems to be happening all across the nation, I think it's pointless for us to even create a legalization bill without, if we're doing the best model in the nation, we want the best social equity package in there as well. So, I mean, I'll get you guys to kind of give some thoughts on that.
Well, I definitely think that even if legalization, if it does happen, when it happens, there's still so much more to do after that.
Right.
Like you said, and there's upkeep some of these systems and to make sure that we oversight, make sure money's going where it's supposed to be. But absolutely, I think we need to adopt some of these what other states are doing with the social equity. We definitely need to pick it up. I think we definitely should sit down with him in a meeting and discuss that. What can we put in the language?
Right. I know we're working on some ways to start addressing some of the legislators. I think it'd be dope if we can get them to come on the Wake and Bake with us and kind of talk about some of the things that they're doing at the Capitol this year, especially since the legislative session is going to be different than it is every other year. It's not like we can go to the Capitol or we can schedule appointments with our legislators in person. We're going to have letter writing. We're going to have emailing. We're going to have, text. Well, I don't know about text messaging, but phone calls. And hopefully we can get some Zoom conferences going. So I think we got a lot of work ahead of us this year. And if we buckle down in 2022, we can have a huge impact, on what that election is going to look like, and if we're going to have the support we need to actually legalize in Minnesota. So with that, actually, dang, you know what? We're all over the place, man. We're supposed to have Dave with the weather. Var, you got the weather for him?
I'll tell you what.
It's cold.
It's actually not bad out, as you can see.
What's it like outside your back door, Dave?
Well, it looks like this. It was sunny out earlier. Now the clouds kind of rolled in. There's still some filtered sunlight. I think most of the states in their mid-20s right now. It's starting to cool off. I know I said yesterday that we might have a rain event come through Tuesday night into Wednesday. And the last I looked on the models, now it looks like temperature is going to drop a little bit. And anyone south of the cities and straight across to the west, south of that line, is going to be looking at some snow. I know around Mankato, they're looking at possibly 7 inches coming in. So you guys will probably get spared, but we won't down here. But otherwise, it's going to be in the 20s. Wind is coming out of the south today, between 6 and 10. Not too bad. It's going to stay out of the south for a couple days.
What do you think the roads are going to be like out there?
Right now the roads are pretty good. They're mostly cleared. They're pretty dry right now. Mornings I'd be a little iffy though. Watch out for slick spots. But like I said, Wednesday you might want to be careful if you're south of the cities. Then the cities might even get a little bit too. So
You mean Wednesday next week or Thursday? Hold on, what is
Wednesday
today?
next week. Wednesday
Okay,
next
thanks.
week.
Okay.
I was thinking about the roads for New Year's. I know a lot of people are going
I
to be
think
out
we're
there
going to
on
be
the
good.
roads.
Like I said,
Uh,
maybe some
right,
slick spots, but otherwise we should be good.
right. So
Sweet.
drive safe. Don't drink and drive. Smoke and fly. Ain't that the saying? Don't drink and drive, smoke and fly. Yeah.
Don't drive dirty.
Yeah. Oh, don't do none of that. But be safe out there, y'all. I know people are going to be out celebrating. They do it every year.
There's going to be a lot of cops out.
Ooh. Speaking of cops, did anybody hear more information on what happened yesterday in Minneapolis? There was a shooting, a killing, a shootout with the police. I know they were waiting on the body cam footage, is I think what Nakima said.
Yeah, they're supposed to be released today.
Supposed to be released. I know Mayor Jacob Frey. Is it Frey or Fry? I never figure out which one it
I
is.
feel like it's Fry. Fry sounds right.
Yeah, we always
I thought it
call
was Fry because I always thought it was Jacob
Right.
Fry.
Right. But yeah, I know he was supposed to release more information this morning. I'm not sure what time this morning, but I'm really curious about what went on. I know a lot of people are going to have mixed thoughts and mixed feelings. I know it from what it sounds like to me. It was a shootout with the police, and I mean, if they're going to shoot you for wearing a seatbelt and smoking a blunt, if you fire a weapon at them, you might as well wrap it up. That's suicide. I
Right.
don't, unless they fired at him first. Then it's not suicide. It's like, damn, I'm about to die. I better fight for my life. But
Right.
I'm curious what that body cam footage is gonna look like. Oof.
Yeah, that's right up the street
Yeah,
from my mom's
I'm just,
house. So we're on the way up
yeah,
there today.
36 and Cedar.
Yeah.
I'm a South Sider. That's what, a few blocks down from 38th in Chicago.
Yep, that's right around
Yeah,
the corner.
yeah. Minneapolis is oof, man. Mm. Do they know what um ethnicity he was? Native.
Everything I heard was African American.
African American.
Yeah,
Did
but
you
I
hear anything,
haven't.
Sonia? No.
I thought it was Somali. I saw CARE go live, and there was a
Okay.
representative from CARE Minnesota, and he was saying it was a Somali young man.
It was a felony stop, so like there was a purpose, but
What do they
that's
mean
pretty
by
much like
felony? Like, what's the felony stop? Meaning,
meaning it was like a high risk stop. I believe they knew who they were stopping and were specifically stopping that person. Um, I don't know. This is what I've read and heard. Just
well, I
a
wonder if
little
he was
bit,
a
but
felon. I wonder if he was a felon or not. Um, I wonder
that's what was said first.
if he had a conceal and carry for the weapon that he was firing. I mean, yeah, it gets crazy. The fact they killed somebody, I mean, but if somebody's shooting at you, I mean, you can't shoot them in the leg and just hope they put
Right.
the gun down. I mean, oof, yeah, it's mixed thoughts, man. It's
No, but you can shoot him in the arm, and then you end up dropping the gun. They used to train cops to do that, where
right.
like now cops are trained to shoot to kill. Like they used to do that. They used to train cops, and they were better shots because they could, disarm somebody by shooting them in the arm, not causing, it's gonna cause damage. But I mean, you
Yeah,
ain't killing somebody. Somebody's gonna still be around to live.
right. Yeah, they ain't doing none of that no more, man. I don't know if they ain't got the funds for the training or what's going on, but when they get in these situations, they're just killing. They're just killing. Especially now, come on, man. I always talk about Philando Castile because that was a fucked up situation. He had his family, his kids in the car. He had a permit for his weapon, and the officer fired because he said the smell of marijuana made him feel in fear. Come on, man. But if they'll shoot you for that, man, you can. If you're gonna fire a weapon, man, you might as well just go ahead and sign your death wish. They're not trained to do that. They're just trained to react as fast as possible. I think somebody had a sticker a few years ago. I got it around here somewhere where they put a sign out said caution with the police officer on there firing a weapon, the little stick guy. Anyway, yeah, I'll have to find it to show you guys another time. But yeah. Oh, Dave, what you got there, man?
What are the first fish of the day?
I thought that was the bait.
On the bright side, we got the first fish of the day. What'd you catch him with? Did you put the bud in the water like Corey said?
That's a secret.
The secret. Yeah, it catches the big ones. Yeah.
I hope they get bigger than that. That's all I know.
I'll be looking for a
You
picture.
really out there, man.
Right. So, do you guys have anything else on that before we go ahead and moonwalk up out of here?
I do. We have a New Year's Eve party tonight, a virtual New Year's Eve party starting at 10:30. It's a masquerade kind of ball themed event, but they're going to be drag queens performing throughout the night. So you all can tip folks. Enjoy some fabulous performances. We got some DJs. I think we got
anything else on that before we...
So you got to go to, I think it's MNPLC Pride Festival.
Can you send me the link, Sina?
They put no link together. They ain't put no link together.
You told me a month ago y'all had an event. I
Put no
promoted it.
link
They ain't put
together.
no event.
What you want me to do?
Right, we've been waiting, Sina.
All I got
Hey,
is a
son.
flyer. I'll share that. That's it. Like I don't got no link.
Right. Hey, Sina, we try to support though, right? You see us, right?
I appreciate it.
Right. But anyway, Vari, Greg, how you feeling, man?
Rough.
Been a long night, man. That's all I can say. So,
yeah, I hope you get to feeling better, man.
the day will get better. I'll get some food in myself at some point and get some energy. So that'll all help.
Yeah. Well, healing vibes. I don't know what they say. Healing vibes, or I'll pray. You know, you never really know, man. I'll be kind of confused because some people are spiritual, so be like, man, prayers. But then other people are not really spiritual and they get offended by that. So I don't know. What do you say in that situation, man? I hope you feel better.
Get well, bro.
Get well soon. Get well soon. That seems like kind of cardish, kind of hallmarkish.
You gotta say "get well, bruh." Like Larry said.
Well.
Get
Oh,
well,
you gotta
bruh.
put the bruh with the AH on the end.
Yeah.
Get well,
Get well, bruh.
Hey, Dave, get well, bro, man. Bruh, man. Here we go.
The cheesy.
Right.
Bruh.
That's how you take the Hallmark card off of it. You put the bruh.
Hey, you don't put the. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Or put the
like a
Hulkamania.
15-year-old. Bruh.
Feel better, brother. Feel great, brother.
Brother. Oh,
I don't know,
yeah.
did y'all watch WWF back then, man? The Hulkamania.
Oh,
That sounded like Hulk Hogan.
Was that Hulk or was that
That's Randy Man
Hulk
Savage.
Hogan.
Man?
That's
Macho
Randy
Man
Man
Randy Savage.
Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Hey, that was back when it was the WWF, not all of this. Well,
Right.
I don't know.
This TV show I used to go when it was like Junkyard Dog, Dusty Rhodes,
okay,
Kamala,
right.
Andre
Rock
the
and roll,
Giant,
Zuma.
Road Warriors, Ultimate Warrior. They better
I worked
start
with
playing.
Rock and Roll Zuma up in Wilmer.
Right.
As a
You know,
radio
Jerry, you guys follow Jerry? What's Jerry's last name? Anderson.
Garcia. Oh.
No. Jerry Anderson
Garcia.
on Facebook. He's one
Garcia.
of what's that?
Jerry
No.
Garcia.
Different Jerry. Jerry Anderson. He's a longtime MN Normal supporter and volunteer. He usually comes out to the state fair every year and hangs out with us. I think we've got a video of him up on the MN Normal. He's not a wrestler, but he is a wrestler. So that's what I was getting to. He does some of the did some of the other wrestling, man. He's got his hair looking like what's the dude off of what game is that, man? I can't even remember. Nope, not Mortal Kombat. The other one.
Street Fighter.
Not Street Fighter. One more. Y'all's getting closer.
Tekken.
Tekken. There you go.
Oh.
The dude with the old man at the end with his hair up.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What's his name, man? I can't remember.
Shit. I don't even know, bro.
I wonder if Facebook is gonna say it sometime soon. But I don't know. I can't remember his name. But yeah, Jerry, he looks like that, man. Y'all should check him out. Maybe I'll share some stuff from him because he done wrestling, not the major stuff, but for a long time. And he recovered from cancer.
Yep.
He's still in recovery, I think. Is he still in recovery, Ed?
Hayahachi Mishima.
There you go.
Shima. Yeah, Hayahachi Mishima.
Yes, I believe.
I know he's been definitely doing way better, man. But shout out to Jerry. I just felt like giving him a shout out. We're talking about wrestlers, and the dude is a wrestler, man. What was that, Ed?
Nobody could go to the fair.
Nah, not this year. Not this year. But he definitely, I don't know any wrestlers, so it's pretty cool.
Well,
know somebody that's a wrestler.
Buck used to go around and do stuff like that. The VFW and Wilmer in the parking lot, I'd help him set his ring up. They'd do a show, or he'd do it at the Legion or in Spicer. They were doing it in the 90s out there.
Oh,
it was fun, man. They had midgets. They had all, it was,
yeah.
kind of a fun thing to go to.
Sounds like we're about to get the Minnesota Marijuana Wrestling Federation popping off.
Lit. I would love that. Or some,
MMWF.
I think we got enough contacts. I think we could probably work something out. Maybe get Jesse back in.
Word of the day.
We got to get y'all in the ring, though, man. I want to see.
I want the boxing. We should do the boxing, Michael.
Strictly
I like the
manager.
boxing better.
So wait one here.
boxing
My
better.
wrestling move would be the dab pass it, which would knock you out.
The dab passer.
The dab passer.
Okay, that's gonna be your name then. We got the dab passer. Who else we got?
Mm.
We're gonna do a matchup. We're gonna have
What was the Road Warriors manager's name? Paul.
Oh, I don't remember.
I'll be that guy.
I don't
Paul
know, but I
Ellering.
know the Road Warriors.
Yes.
Animal and something else.
He's from like the Litchfield area, if I remember right.
Paul Eller. Yes, he is. I mean, there's a lot of wrestlers that from that day are from Minnesota.
He's my good friend's uncle. So because of that, I got to meet the Road Warriors when I was a kid.
I got to meet all of them. Like my grandparents are sports heads, so I got front row seats to meet like all the old wrestlers.
Hawk and Animal or the shit.
Well,
Got
Barry,
to do
the
word of
man.
the day.
More of one of those words in.
Where is Rose? I don't see where Rose at.
She's been waiting.
I'm looking for her. Where's she at?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Here, let me. Oh, I gotta switch the screen over. Blookit. There you go. Unicorn Rose. What's the name of that animal, man? Is it just unicorn or is it a specific character?
It's just a unicorn. This is
Okay.
the number one onesie, the onesie that started it all.
Right, the original.
At
So
5,
we
6
got the
years old.
unicorn with the word of the day.
So today's word of the day is reflect. So I don't know, that's what I'm doing this today. Reflecting on the year, not the bullshit, my personal shit.
Right.
Letting everything else go. COVID, all this. Yep.
Yeah.
So reflect.
Yeah. Reflect.
Mm. Yeah,
So what you got to do with that, Barry?
We'll take that word reflect. You're got a mirror nearby, look at your reflection real quick, and then look back at your screen. Pop in the comments and drop reflect in there before 11:59 p.m. tonight to get a shot at winning this badass 2-in-1 vape mod. Shit. It is a dab pen and also a nectar collector. Thank you, Corey. Or is that Dave? Yeah. So yeah, awesome. So it's a 2-in-1 dabulator and nectar colleculator. So you can either fill in your concentrate through the top and use it like a regular pen, like this, or you can flip it upside down, pop the cap off, and you can just dip it into your concentrate like that. Either way, it functions both ways. This thing comes in two colors, white and black. The winner of this prize will be able to choose whichever color they like. It is the Stoner X, two feelings in one from your palms. I still don't know what that means, but that's you'll get that in your palm. You get two feelings in one. Uh, I don't want that. I don't want that. That was bad marketing. That was horrible marketing. That turned me off.
Man, you got messages popping up, man.
Oh shit. Yeah, that was yucky. So awesome. Sweet. So yeah, drop that word in the comments before 11:59 p.m. tonight, and you will get your name on the Wheel of Names on Monday's show, and hopefully you will win this week's prize. One thing I will say, we have had on several occasions people who have only popped in one of the word of the days for the week end up winning the prize for the week. So don't feel like if you missed one show or two shows or missed a word or two for the week that you're like, fuck it, fuck it. If you missed a day, get the other four. If you missed two, get the other three, whatever. Because you never know.
Name in there.
Yep, you never know. You got to get your name in there in order to, get a chance.
Close mouth don't get
So,
fed.
Yep. Awesome. Well, yeah. Thank you guys for joining us today. Another awesome show. I think we have officially figured out the kinks on the sound and all that stuff. So we should be back to our regular scheduled show at 10 a.m. every morning. If you would like to get notified, make sure that you had clicked the follow on Facebook and the bell on YouTube to get those notifications anytime we go live. If you would like to join the conversation here on the show with us, all you got to do is click the link that we drop in the description every single day. It is the same link, same password, same everything. Just clickety click, drop in your name between 9:30 and 10 a.m. Introduce yourself so we get to know you a little bit, and then you can join the conversation with us. If you'd like to get involved with the work that we are doing to end cannabis prohibition here in Minnesota, we would love your help. There are several ways you can get involved. The first is by becoming a dues paying member. You can do so by going to www.minnormal.org/join. And you can do that for as little as $4.20 a month.
Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Cha-ching!
As I always say, just a little bit coming from a lot of people goes a long way in the work that we're able to do. We did a lot through COVID last year. Hopefully things clear up a bit so we can just dominate this next year. And hopefully you will be there with us. If you'd like to become a volunteer, there is a two-step process. The first is downloading the Empowerment app. You can do so by going to www.getempower.com/MNnormal. That's NORML. Super easy app. Just download it on your phone, and we'll be using that to send out notifications and updates and event updates and calendar updates and actionable items to all of our members, our volunteers, and our supporters to let you guys know what's going on and what we can do as a group, as a community, to take actions to help move this forward so we can end cannabis prohibition here in Minnesota much sooner than later. After you've downloaded that app, go ahead and shoot any of the Minnesota NORML chapter pages. There's one in St. Cloud, one in St. Paul, Minneapolis, Bloomington, Rochester, Duluth, and I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like there's another one that we have up, but any of those, then the Minneapolis and then the regular Minnesota NORML. So all of those are Facebook pages. You can search any of those up and shoot a message to any of those pages and say, hey, I've downloaded the Empowerment app. I'm ready to step my volunteer game up. What's next? And we'll get you linked up with the organizing that we're doing, as well as the chapter leader in your area, if there is one, so you guys can link up and start kicking ass where you guys live. That being said, I love you guys, and I'm gonna leave you guys on this awesome quote by my man Socrates, very wise old guy. He says, the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. As we walk into this new year, I encourage you to leave 2020 in the past and focus on everything that you're going to accomplish in 2021 and all the greatness that you're going to bring into this world. That being said, I love you guys, and we will see you next year. Peace.
Peace, face and everybody.
Scoops, scoop, scoop, scoop. Doop, 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 doops.